He's the reincarnation of Majin Buu. He's got the god tier potential and might just be Goku's true successor. Yet, Dragon Ball Super has barely scratched the surface of Oob until now. In this video, we're diving deep into why Oob is way more important than people give him credit for. Not just in power, but in the story itself, and how he might still be key to the future of Dragon Ball. Now listen carefully. For the people that don't know, Oob is the reincarnation of Kid Buu. After Goku defeats Buu, he hopes that he will be reincarnated into a good person so he can finally fight him again one day. King Yama hears Goku's wish and makes it come true and reincarnates Buu as Oob. He is from a tropical island and he grew up in a small village on the island. He is the oldest of 5 siblings and he works hard to take care of his family who are starving and poor. Toyotaro suggests that maybe King Chappa was the one who trained Oob until he turned 10. In the artwork of Toyotaro, King Chappa suggests Oob to enter the next World Martial Arts Tournament due to how gifted he is. Let's start with what brought Oob back into the spotlight, the Moro arc. Even though he was just a kid living in a remote village, Oob became a clutch player in one of the most intense fights in Dragon Ball Super. When Goku was on the verge of defeat, Oob unknowingly transferred Divine Energy, aka God Ki, coming straight from the Grand Supreme Kai, saving Goku and giving him the power to finish the fight. The amount he gave is what's important here. The moment he gave his power, it was basically enough for him to jump from Super Saiyan Blue to Mastered Ultra Instinct. Yes, with the white hair. So we can kinda calculate, well, how much is that? A lot. I mean, like, look at Jiren, man. And keep in mind that Oob is still a small child, maybe like 6 to 7 years old, and he is already capable of that. And the way they explained it just makes sense, especially in the future of Dragon Ball Super. So yeah, that moment showed us something insane, and that is, you should subscribe. You should subscribe to my channel. It would mean the world to me. Thanks. Anyways, Oob. Oob isn't just strong. He's a god tier prodigy without even realizing it. Imagine what he could do once he knows how to control it. But power isn't the only reason Oob matters. His personality is the polar opposite of Kid Buu. Humble, kind-hearted, and eager to help others. He's literally the reincarnation of destruction, turned into a symbol of potential and peace. That duality makes him one of the most layered characters in the franchise, and Goku sees that. That's why at the end of Dragon Ball Z, Goku chooses to leave everything behind just to train him. That wasn't just a nice gesture, it was a passing of the torch. Back when Dragon Ball Z ended, Toriyama hinted that Oob was supposed to be the next big thing. Goku had reached the peak of power and his role was going to shift from fighter to teacher. Oob was supposed to be the new face of Dragon Ball, a pure-hearted kid trained by the greatest warrior in the universe. But then GT went its own way and let's not talk about how they massacred my boy Oob. Luckily it's not canon. But yeah, Oob was meant to be the new main character. So the question now is, 30 years later, does Toriyama still see Oob that way? Does Toyotaro see Oob that way? Now that Oob has officially been introduced in Dragon Ball Super and shown to have god tier potential, the setup is there. He could be a central figure in future arcs, maybe even leading the charge in a post-Goku era. We are not saying Goku and Vegeta are going anywhere soon, but the seeds for the next generation, they're already planted. And I believe that if Super continues after the end of Z, we will see Oob not necessarily be the main character, but he will be a huge asset to the team, and slowly but surely he will become the main character. He will learn the technique UI from Goku. Not the transformation, but the technique. He will learn to harness his human side from Gohan. Maybe even some transformations, because Goku can't teach him the Saiyan transformations, but Ultimate Gohan and maybe even Beast Gohan if it's an extension of the Ultimate form. That might be something Gohan can teach him. And he can learn pride and power from Vegeta. He will not only learn from Goku though. He is his first and main teacher and will learn most from him, but he will also learn from the others. The possibilities are endless, and who knows, he might even aid in the defeat of Frieza. And what people forget is his own struggles with Buu. How will he react if he knows that he is the reincarnation of Kid Buu, the most evil destructional force in the universe? Will that affect him? Do you see what I'm trying to say? They can do a lot with this character, unlike what GT has done. Oop isn't just a side character. He's a symbol of where Dragon Ball could go, a future that's still wide open. And if the story ever decides to move beyond Goku and Vegeta, Oop might be the one leading the way. Let me know in the comments, do you think Oop will ever take center stage, or will he stay in the background like so many other potentials? Either way, don't sleep on Oop. His story is just beginning. And as always, keep existing.